Good afternoon, Facebook. Happy Saturday. Thank you for tuning in to the rescheduled installment of my video blog, When Life Needs a Detox. My name is Carol White. I'm an author, a publisher, and I'm also the owner of MHB Publishing, LLC. I first want to start off by saying thank you so much for everyone's well wishes, prayers, and good thoughts for the time that I was going through my vertigo episode. It's not fun. It's inconvenient, but you make it through. And I'm so very glad that you guys cared enough about me to tell me to hang in there and feel better and not be, hope that I would be back soon. Yeah, I need water. It's a little tough. I'm going to try and wait for folks to come in. Looks like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. You know what? I'd be out doing what I'm going to be doing too. So let's not wait. Everybody that loves me and that follows, you can catch this on the replay. It's no big deal. Enjoy your day. It's a beautiful one. Matter of fact, I want to be out there enjoying the day. So let's get right down to it, okay? Today's installment for When Life Needs a Detox is dysfunction, what it is, why it is, and who it is. Okay, let's go. Hey, Veronica, how are you? Thank you for coming. I'm glad you took the time. I know it's a beautiful day outside. I'm gonna make this quick so you can go and enjoy yourself, okay? All right. Again, dysfunction, what it is, why it is, and who it is. On the weekend of August 11th, 2018, I had the pleasure of participating in the church bazaar hosted by the St. Mark United Methodist Church. They're at 8441 South St. Lawrence Avenue, Chicago, Illinois, 60619. Forgive me, but I needed to do just at least this shameless plug. Now, while I was there, this very kindly senior lady offered to stir up interest in my station by walking around and hyping one of my books, A Sisterhood of Dysfunction, Betrayal, Pain, Epiphany, and Resolution. Now she did this because I was new to the bazaar and my vertigo made walking around a real difficulty. Now she did a fantastic job. That is, until someone raised an eyebrow and noticeably took exception to my book title. To keep positive momentum going, she attempted to placate this person with the following statement. Oh, now, yes, you and I know that we are not dysfunctional, but we should read the book to keep up with what the dysfunctional people are doing. Now, y'all, I gotta be honest. My first reaction was to feel some sort of way about this lady's statement. After all, she was representing me at the time, and I felt slighted. Now, once I took personal responsibility for allowing a stranger to speak for me, I had a two-pronged epiphany query. Number one, is it possible that people don't understand what dysfunction is? And number two, is it this misunderstanding or non-understanding of dysfunction why people can only see dysfunction in others and not themselves? I had to think about that one. Let's try to answer the first question. Thank you, Veronica. To understand what dysfunction is, we must define it, as well as what it means to be dysfunctional. The definition of dysfunction: abnormal, impaired, or incomplete functioning as of a body part. The definition of dysfunction: not operating normally or properly, deviating from the norms of social behavior in a way regarded as bad. Now, based on these definitions, it is my opinion that in order not to be dysfunctional, you must be perfect. No differences, no deviations. We must all be as symmetrical as the next person. Here's the issue. God, in his infinite wisdom, did not design us that way from the beginning. Physically, we are different based upon our sex, skin pigmentation, eye color, hair color, size, our strength. You name the characteristic, you will find deviations that someone is going to perceive as abnormal or improper. Our thinking processes are different as well. We do not all process information in the same way, and we do not unilaterally agree on any given topic, ever. We find fault in each other over anything we deem not to be in sync with our personally held viewpoints. Now, my viewpoint on all of this is dysfunction, as I see it, is simply the human condition in which we exist. My belief is that this condition derives from the Garden of Eden and the choices made by Adam and Eve to wrongfully pursue perfection and equality to God. Dysfunctional device from the satanic serpent. Since the first bites of the apple, which made our imperfections apparent and prominent, we proved ourselves to be imperfect and unequal to God, thereby making us dysfunctional. Mankind has since been searching not for perfection, but for grace, love, and mercy despite our imperfections. To my way of thinking, the acknowledgement of our imperfections, our acknowledgement of our dysfunction is the starting point of our faith journey. Now, the second question about whether the not understanding or misunderstanding of dysfunction being why people can only see it in others and not themselves is seemingly easy to answer, but it can be confusing. We all know, or we should know, that we fall short of God's grace and mercy on a regular basis. God, however, forgives us our shortcomings, our dysfunctions, as it were. We receive his grace, love, and mercy daily. Oh, you don't believe me? Try not waking up tomorrow and tell me how that feels in comparison. Thought so. We somehow convince ourselves that because we receive these blessings of love, grace, and mercy, that our dysfunction is somehow minimalized into non-existence. This is simply not true. Not only are our dysfunctions still in existence, we exacerbate their existence by, number one, denying the existence of our dysfunctions, and number two, harming others by magnifying their state of dysfunction to mask our own. I'm going to sum this up real quick from my perspective. Dysfunction is the human condition in which we exist. The human condition requires us to acknowledge our imperfections, humble ourselves, and seek God's love, grace, and mercy. And the human condition makes us all dysfunctional. I now have an advanced clarity of that age-old adage, there, but for the grace of God, go I. Well, that's my thing for today. Now, hi, John. I'm so glad you joined me. I appreciate it. And, this was a little difficult because, you have to look at yourself when you start talking about dysfunction. Now, here's something that a lot of people don't know. My friends may know this about me, but I'll say it anyway. I am dysfunctional as the day is long. I got issues, problems, and complications. I got it. I don't try to hide it as much as I used to, because, everybody is kind of set on, I've got to be perfect. I've got to make sure, nobody sees me sweat. Nobody can take me down. I'm going to put up this brave front. That's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It's tiring. And guess what? It fails, because at some point you have to give. We all have our dysfunctions. And I think the problem with saying that I'm dysfunctional, a lot of people take that to mean that they are also toxic. Dysfunction and toxic are two different things. And guess what? We're going to talk about that next week. We're going to talk about the difference between dysfunction and toxicity. And that is my time. John and Veronica, thank you so very much for joining me. John, you didn't catch the beginning of it. You can always do the replay. That's no big deal. But thank you so much for joining me and listening to what I have to say. And keep an eye out. I'm going to be plugging this for a minute. I will be having my book out for When Life Needs a Detox, Practical Solutions for Living Your Best Life, by, if I can work it out, either before or by Black Friday. So just watch for it and watch me whenever you can. Thank you so much for your time. It is precious to me. And as always, do everything you can to live your best life. Bye-bye for now.